Now I would like to invite Vice Chair Nathan Hunter to the podium to introduce our keynote speaker.
Our speaker this evening is Denise Young, Executive Director of the Watertown Family YMCA. Denise Young is a dynamic leader within our community, well known for her dedication and commitment to advancing the health and wellness of those who live and work here in the North Country. She spent several years working for Jefferson County Public Health before spending 3 years as Director of the Center for Community Studies right here at Jefferson Community College. From 2007 through 2016, as Executive Director of the Fort Drum Regional Health Planning Organization, Denise led efforts to strengthen the North Country healthcare system for Fort Drum soldiers, their families, veterans, and the surrounding civilian community. In fact, it was through a partnership with the FDR HPO that Jefferson was able to acquire a $2 million grant that helped the college to first establish its weekend nursing program. Under Denise's leadership, the FDR HPO was awarded the Jefferson Citation for its efforts to support educational and career pathways for healthcare professionals. Since January of 2017, Denise has served as Chief Executive Officer of the Watertown Family YMCA, an organization whose mission is to strengthen our community through the development, healthy living, and social responsibility. She also currently serves on the North Country Healthcare Redesign Commission. Denise is a tireless advocate for those living with mental illness and substance abuse disorders and has been recognized by the Northern Regional Center for Independent Living for her advocacy work. She has also received the Woman of the Mountain Award from Fort Drum and the prestigious Athena Award from the Greater Watertown North Country Chamber of Commerce. Denise holds a bachelor's degree in occupational safety and health from SUNY Empire State College and a master's of business administration from University of Phoenix. Please welcome our speaker this evening, Denise Young.
So I don't know who they were talking about because I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. First, Jason, take courage, have heart, and use your brain. Wow, I have nothing to say. But since I wrote a 10-page speech, just kidding, it's only 10 minutes. It's 10 pages because it's 18 font. Thank you to President Stone, members of the Board of Trustees, members of the Cabinet, and all the JCC faculty, who I have called colleagues and now call friends, for inviting me to speak today. It is truly an honor, and I am humbled. Most of all, thank you to the graduates and your guests for allowing me to share 10 minutes of this day with you. I hope that I am worthy. I have led an interesting life full of changes and challenges, some absolutely wonderful and some absolutely devastating. As you heard, my name is Denise Young. What you didn't hear was that at 17, I was a pregnant high school dropout. At 20, I was a divorced mother of 2, small children living in poverty, working nights at Moe's Diner. I have lost 2 sisters and my lifelong best friend to long and devastating illness. And I have a beautiful and talented child who makes me laugh out loud, who lives with a serious and persistent mental illness. I also have a close and loving family, an amazing husband, he is my rock, a grandson, Isaac, he is my light, and have had an interesting series of career changes that have led me to become the CEO of the Family YMCA. Proof that where you start does not define where you go. I grew up in tiny Copenhagen, New York, and I have chosen to spend my life here. I believe that from here, I can and do make a difference in the world. Never, ever let anyone tell you that you can't make a difference from wherever your feet are at that moment. The fact is that you do and you have every day of your life. You do and you have changed the world. Your challenge and your choice is to decide what that change will be. People will ask me, how have you done it? How have you been successful while all of this has happened in your life? And the answer is simple. I didn't. I haven't. My success has had so very little to do with me. It is the people around me whose talents have lifted me up. So, I have to share with you 3 pieces of advice. First, find mentors. Operate on the very true assumption that you know almost nothing. And spend some time picking the brains of those around you until you find some whose advice and wisdom you trust. Then hold them close and value them. Seek them out. My success is not a credit to me. It is a credit to the people who have mentored me. Second, be a mentor. Find ways to lift others up. It doesn't matter where you are in life. This is worth your time. If you help those around you to succeed, then you will succeed. This will always come back to you in triplicate. Others' success is never, please write this down, others' success is never a bad reflection on you. Congratulate them, help them to get there, lift them up, be proud to know them. The success of those around you lifts your workplace, your community, and yes, you up. My success is not a credit to me. It is a credit to those I have mentored. And now third, and most important of all, be kind. And this takes us back to the power you have to change the world from wherever you are standing at this moment on this day. Many years ago, I read a passage in a Dean Koontz book that had a profound impact on me. At this time, when hatred and hurt spread under the cloak of the internet's anonymity, is an every moment of everyday occurrence. When suicides have become common and festering anger a reason to pick up a gun, the message in this passage is perhaps the most important one of our time. I hope that both you and Mr. Koontz will allow me a speech giver's paraphrase with the following passage called This Momentous Day. Not one day in anyone's life is an uneventful day. No day is without profound meaning. No matter how dull it might seem, no matter whether you are a bartender or a millionaire, a cleaner or a movie star, a renowned philosopher or a child with Down syndrome. Because in every day of your life, you have opportunities to perform little kindnesses for others, both by conscious acts of will and your unconscious example, who you are and how you live your life. Each smallest act of kindness reverberates across great distances and spans of time, affecting lives unknown to the one whose generous spirit was the source of this good echo. Because kindness is passed on and grows each time it's passed, until a simple courtesy becomes an act of selfless, monumental courage by another, unknown to you, years later and far away. Likewise, each small meanness, each thoughtless expression of hatred, each envious and bitter act, regardless of how petty, can inspire others, and is therefore the seed that ultimately produces evil fruit, poisoning people whom you have never met and never will. All human lives are so profoundly and intricately entwined, those dead, those living, those generations yet to come, that the fate of all is the fate of each, and the hope of humanity rests in every heart and every pair of hands. Each of us is a thread critical to the strength, to the very survival of the human tapestry. Every hour in every life contains such often unrecognized potential to affect the world that the great days and thrilling possibilities are combined always in this momentous moment, in this momentous day. Each day, you have a choice. You can be rude and impatient with the man in front of you in line who drops his change. So perhaps he feels ashamed and disrespected and goes home and responds in anger to his child, who goes to school and bullies another child, who grows up filled with hate. Or you can let him know you understand you've been clumsy yourself and smile and help him pick it up. So he goes home and shows understanding to his child, who goes to school and smiles at the new child, who grows up to raise a child, who raises a child that donates a kidney to a future grandchild who is going to find the cure for cancer. I believe that you, the graduates of the Jefferson Community College class of 2018, have a choice. You can decide to be the ripple that causes a tsunami, that washes away petty meanness and anger and beats back against the tide of bigotry and hatred around the world and for generations to come. You can change the future. You can, through your actions, create a future where people, all people, are treated with dignity and respect. Please go out and do it. 3 things for your full and successful life. Find mentors and cherish them. Be a mentor. Lift others up. And above all, be kind. We are all part of the same tapestry. Congratulations to each of you. You are going to have amazing lives. I feel so proud of every single one of you and so proud to talk to you. And thank you for allowing me to be a small part of your momentous day. Thank you.
Denise, thank you for making this commencement truly special. We sincerely appreciate your dedicated service to the health and well-being of the North Country community.